Gets an extra 2% for the tall can.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. You don't understand.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's huge. It's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of a gaming podcast. Episode 10. We're at 10. Double digits. Look at us. 10.
Hey,
Perfect.
we
10.
made it.
Perfect 10. My name is Marcel MD14. I hope you guys are doing well. It is busy gaming week. Sammy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just got off stream playing more Mirage, working through it slowly. And yeah, I've been just attending a couple events. I did my first cosplay this week, and it's been a fun time.
To be fair, they copied you. So like I feel like they should like literally, if you guys ever see the game Palia, they just took Sammy's face and like looks and mannerisms. They're like, all right, here's our game. I'm like, that's just Sammy right there. So definitely, I'm glad they're getting some recognition for it as well, right? So,
it was very fun.
You did a really good job in the cosplay. Steve Saylor, how are you doing?
I'm recovering. Tired wise. I'm not sick. Thank goodness. Knock on wood. Don't have COVID. Just got back from TwitchCon, which was a both a good and a bad experience. Which I'm sure we'll talk about in a little bit.
Not wrong at all.
No.
And Riley, how are you doing?
I'm good. I actually am recovering from a sickness. I got a bad cold this week, so yeah, I'm on the up at this point now, though. So I've gotten through the worst of it.
Nice.
Yeah. So just dealing with that, and I guess Alan Wake 2 comes out tomorrow.
Alan Wake is a couple. Well, I say couple of hours, but like later on tonight. By the time this airs, Alan Wake could be officially out. But for us, it's in a couple hours at midnight. Epic Games and on PlayStation and everything. Actually, kind of. I keep forgetting it's on Epic Games. I keep thinking it's coming on Steam and everything. I'm like, oh no, it's Epic. Yeah, that's right. Epic
exclusive.
They try to lock us in there with their. Please download our platform, please. Yeah. We keep giving you free games right now. Which, by the way, Evil Within 2 is free right now on Epic Games.
Wait, it's not Alan Wake remastered? Because
no,
you know that would
have been the perfect. That would have been the perfect.
Or even Control or something would have been
something
really good.
Remedy or something related.
Something Remedy, like our whole. I wonder if there actually is like a Remedy sale or something like that. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Because like,
I feel like Steam will do that, and like I'm sure if we pull up Steam right now, they're like, hey, check out all the Remedy games we have right now with Xbox.
That'd be a good move.
That'd be a good move. They're like, but we can't have Alan Wake. It's kind of funny with Alan Wake. I remember it couldn't really come out. Like they had to like, here's your last chance to get it, and they sold the game for like $1 and everything. And then they brought it back twice after that. So
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of times they're like, all right, here we go. I thought it was the last time. It was the last one. Anyway. Super Mario Wonder launch event. How did it go, everyone? Steve and I both couldn't go, but how did it go?
I had a really good time. Yeah, it was just me. It was fun. It was well. Yeah.
I was on the list. I assure you.
The people who were in my session. Well, actually, there's a lot of people. Just like it's the whole crew that like we always see at all these events, but from the podcast,
oh, like me, Aaron, Camille, that crew.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was my first time playing the demo. I was playing it with my husband. I suck, but I played Yoshi, and that helped a lot. So it was a good game. It was a smaller event and had a lot of like activities for a lot of kids.
Yep.
But the food was good. The music in the game is just fantastic. And they had like the music blasting throughout the whole event. So that was really fun. And we had the appearance of the man himself, Mario.
So
I got to meet Mario and take a picture with him. Yeah.
They say never meet your heroes, but is he nice?
He's nice and he dances. He was like, I was kind of expecting him to do some Fortnite dances. He didn't, thankfully, but he got some moves.
Nintendo people get mad at me because every time I see Mario, I ask him to dab.
Oh,
and he has done it a couple of times, but they're getting a little tired of it.
I'm sure.
I'm in too deep now.
This is why
you keep asking. It's your tradition.
Yeah.
Keep asking.
I actually had a friend of mine at one Nintendo event like years ago. I think it was like probably when the Switch launched. He got Mario to give him like to put him in a headlock.
Oh no!
Oh my
I actually have a photo somewhere. I think I don't think I can find it, but yeah, I was like, it was pretty funny.
That's hilarious, damn.
That's awesome, and like yeah, it seemed like the event was a good time, and it's cool that they brought up Mario to this event.
Yeah.
On top of that, so
We got Elephant Mario
keychain.
Yeah, it's my turn to show and tell. It's been a while, but
Oh,
Mario.
cool.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
I like
and
that.
then
Riley, I was gonna
shout
say.
out to.
I was gonna say very quickly, Riley. I have an extra one for you because that's the same
Really?
one. That's the same one they gave in Seattle.
Oh, you're the best,
Awesome.
Marcel.
Yeah. I took.
I was
two.
like, I saw that. I was like, dang, I had a wedding, so I couldn't go. But I saw the keychain. I was like so jealous.
Can you imagine being like, sorry, can't come to your wedding, cousin or close
Were
friend?
you just
I
like
gotta
mad?
be
Were you just mad at the couple? You're like, this marriage better last. I'm missing Mario for this.
Yeah. You don't understand what I gave up. It was a keychain. Elephant Mario keychain.
And I just want to give a shout out to Slips, who was our Nintendo demoist that was helping me through the game. He comes out to a lot of the events, so he was very helpful. So thank you for that.
Nice.
Slips. Let's go. Great name. Great name.
Great name.
Overall, what did you guys think of the game as well? Because guess what? I predicted it. He beat Spider-Man.
You were right.
I was
Yeah.
right. Who would have thought a plumber will beat a teenage college kid? With spider power.
Is he in teenage college or at this point?
I don't even know where
in the
he is
game,
right
it
now.
always kind of made it seem like he was a little bit further on.
I mean,
Depends on,
Miles is
Spider-Man.
younger.
Miles is younger. I don't know what he is, but
He's in high school.
yeah, college.
Yeah.
Miles,
I think
yeah,
so.
he's Brooklyn Heights would be high school, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's like super academic high school.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
super advanced.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play the game. Besides the demo from before, but what did you guys overall think of it?
I've beaten it, so I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You platted it, right?
I platted Spider-Man, and I wish Nintendo had like an achievement or trophy system.
right.
That'd be
They
great.
did that. They slap it down. They're like, "Yo, you got like, do you want to like, I don't know what they would do, but like platinum, like Ocarina of Time or something." Like,
Ooh.
everybody would want that for all their old software and stuff. I hope maybe next system.
Like
Maybe
they
next
have
system.
those Nintendo coins that you get, like the gold coins, and they have and silver or platinum coins as well. Why don't they just do that? I don't understand.
Because it encourages you to be able to buy more games. You can use those coins as discounts for your next favorite Nintendo game.
No sales.
Yeah.
You mean
that.
they don't
No
want
discount.
No
They don't
sales.
want money?
That's
No.
the only sale you get. That's where they get you. There's no actual sales for Nintendo games, but if you collect enough coins, you can get yourself a sale.
Mamma mia.
Yeah.
How's the new Mario voice? Is it jarring to not hear Charles in it, or is it
I
about
thought
the
it was
same?
fine. I think it's totally
Yeah?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like a good time to try to make that transition.
Did you have to like remind
Oh,
yourself, like, oh yeah,
okay.
this is someone new?
No,
Or-
not really.
Yeah.
Like there are points where like Wowie Zowie sounds a little not like Charles Martinet.
okay.
And the character does sound a little different. Luigi sounds really different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
WarioWare is coming up next week.
Oh yeah.
He sounds really, really different.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because
You know what this reminds me of? This voiceover transition. It's I mean, obviously, you know, like the difference is that Charles is alive, but Jim Henson, like the transition from his Kermit to Steve Winward, I think is what's that last name? To him being Kermit. Like this is that kind of for kids today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big change.
It's because you can tell the difference. You know, it sounds like Kermit, sounds like Mario, but you know the
It
difference.
ain't Mario.
But the best voice acting in the game is the Screaming Flowers.
Oh, yeah.
so
I've
good.
heard
Love
about
that.
that.
I heard great things. I heard great things
Yeah.
about them. Yeah.
I saw someone like I can't remember like which streamer did it, but it was they were re-recording those flower lines and adding like swear words in there. I was like, I kind of want to hear that version now.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
my
funny.
God.
But they always
hilarious
say
if, like,
very,
you can-
very meta stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They're so
Yeah.
funny. What's
Okay.
that guy doing over there? I don't know. Yeah, like that's like they're
That's
so
hilarious. I haven't played it yet. I've been it's me and Nintendo games. It's kind of like a hit or miss. Like I'll get them and then I won't play them, or I'll get them, I'll play a little bit and then I just stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Other than like Mario Kart, I think the last time I had a Mario game was like the original Game Boy. So picking it up after like a really long time, I had a lot of fun with it. So it's definitely a game. I haven't picked it up yet, but it's on my list. Gonna pick that up real soon and play with like my husband or whatever.
Nice. Yeah. I think probably the only like 2D Mario game that I played, like the most recent one would have been Mario Maker, which I almost kind of. Two. Oh,
Switch or Wii U?
Oh, Switch. So 2.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Because that one I would like. I actually kind of wish that they would keep updating that game, like and add more, like basically if they now that they've got Mario Wonder, they can add like the same elements from that, so you can be able to build levels from that. Because that'd be great, but Nintendo, get a Nintendo.
That would have been really cool. One of the cool things they didn't bring over from the first Mario Maker either was like all the different costumes. So like you could be like Sonic the Hedgehog or Pac-Man or Pikachu or Samus or like any character really. It was pretty special, but that feature's just gone now.
Yeah, I don't know why this got away. That's so silly of them. And then they could have added more because more amiibos were out by then. So
there's tons. Right? It was amiibos, and you could just like unlock them in the game too. So it was like super cool to just go through and create a Sonic the Hedgehog level or a Pac-Man level or a Mega Man level. Like you could do all of that.
Yeah.
And now that you can add like create your own like worlds with like different levels and its own overworld map, like that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, because didn't they also add the music to like which character it was as well, like for sitting them, or like wasn't there like a Zelda theme if you wanted to? I think so.
Yeah,
or like
they might have even had a Zelda element in this one.
Yeah,
but I think that was the only character.
See, that's what I want. I want a Zelda Dungeon Maker.
That would be perfect.
That would be amazing. Nintendo, get on it.
You're trying to put a lot of developers on the jobs there. We're going to be making our own games, the same way we're doing.
But I mean, same we said for Mario Maker, and yet they made Super Mario Wonder, which is going to be what, contender of the year for Game of the Year.
I really feel like they looked at some of the user created stuff in Mario Maker 2 and Mario Maker, and like, we should apply this to the 2D game we're making.
Yeah,
100%.
There's a lot of that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and weren't they saying that the people who were like made the first Mario game worked on like there was like 4 or 5 of them that worked on this one as well?
They worked on this one.
Yeah. Which is that's
like the original
insane.
NES game.
Yeah.
How old are they now?
We don't ask.
30 years. Okay. 30 years later. That's all. Years, that's all. Yeah, that's what we gotta say.
But good for them.
Yeah,
sure.
Well, good stuff. Mario is out. It seems like it's a successful event that's going on. We'll see how many they sold because Spider-Man had that great news that it's the fastest Spider-Man game sold in 24 hours or something like that. So, but
Sony game, right?
Yeah, they needed something after Mario rated higher. It was the best way of like going to TwitchCon. And I'm just seeing Ryder be like, "It's 95. What's 95?" And be like, "Who's the one that gave it a mix?" And like, they're gone. They're never getting another Mario game again. This is the one person gave it. I'm like, they're never getting another.
Dropped it like a point.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done.
I did do my research a little bit, and that person does like 90% Sims articles. So it's like interesting transition there too. Yeah. So maybe I don't know.
Well, now they're fired. They're never.
Now they're blacklisted.
Yeah, they're blacklisted. Never reviewing another Nintendo game ever again. So, TwitchCon was this weekend in Las Vegas. Both Steve and myself were there. I arrived there on Wednesday, and Steve, you were there on Thursday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And overall, the convention was great. I would say for gaming related stuff, there weren't too many gaming options, which is a little disappointed. They had a lot of car options though. There was Chevron, Honda, Ford was there.
They were official sponsors of TwitchCon. Yeah.
Ford was there and everything. I was like, why is Ford here? Like, you want to
both Ford, Honda, and Chevron. I was like, what?
And you want to borrow a van to play games? I'm like, no, I'm good.
And yet Chevron had this basically like this chill like hangout space, and like that's really all it was there for. Like the booth was there for. I was like, okay, I got a Chevron like pin or keychain or whatever it was that came in like the special like bad bag or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, we don't go anywhere. We don't drive places. We watch Twitch streams.
They're telling
we're
us
not buying cars.
They want us to be on the go while we're gaming. So
sure.
You know, but
they're just promoting IRL streams. That's what they're doing.
Basically, that's all they're doing. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I think I saw 7 Days to Die. That was like a game there, and Genshin Impact, and there was the Sonic representative was there as well for Superstars. So they had like a Sonic at the Alienware booth, and which is another weird collaboration as well. Like, because I don't know why Sonic and Alienware they don't mesh for me. I don't know. But overall, the convention was great. But Vegas, for me, I have no problems with it. Vegas sucks. Vegas is terrible.
Why does Vegas suck? I feel like that'd be a fun destination, no?
So I'd be willing to admit that this could be the perfect storm of like the worst that you could be able to have in one weekend in Vegas. Okay. There was at least 3 conventions happening. There was the While We Were Young festival that was also happening. There was construction on the strip for F1 that was still going on, which caused a ton of traffic. All of that combined in one weekend. Plus, it was like super hot too. Yeah. So it was
every
like
day was like
30 degrees
40
Celsius
and everything.
It was bad. But with that being said, though, I mean, I heard someone basically, because I kept thinking, okay, you know what? I'll excuse Vegas for that. But then I heard someone say, well, I mean, here's the thing. There's always something going on every weekend in Vegas. So you'd think they would figure this out by now. Yeah, so that Vegas didn't get a pass. It was expensive the entire weekend, even if you just weren't even gambling or drinking the entire time. The surge pricing for like Ubers, rideshare was the worst to get around town. Like even just going 10 minutes away from the convention center cost you no less than $30 Canadian, or $30 American.
Yep.
Just and then it would take like half an hour just to be able to drive there because of the traffic and trying to be able to pick you up. Cops were stopping Ubers from pulling up to the curb in some places. Like it was and then on
top of that, everything's like a mirage. Like I'm so used to here being like, oh, I can see that building right there. Let's just walk it. You'd be like, yeah, let's walk it. I don't know, probably took us like 10, 15 minutes. It took you like an hour and a half to get to some place. You're like, but it was right. How are we still walking? The building was right there because everything's bigger and like it was just a hot mess. And like a lot of people agreed for TwitchCon. They were like, I don't want to come back here ever again because like you had to go to this event and that. Yeah, you had to go to this event and that event. And, like it's all over the place, and you had to take monorail to get around, and it was And the monorail doesn't even go to the convention center. It's just
it's okay.
It's a nightmare. And I actually skipped out on going to some events because they were like a good 10 to 15 minute walk from the convention center. But I'm like, it's almost 40 plus degrees Celsius, and it's a desert. I ain't walking that, and nor am I even going to attempt to try to take an Uber from anywhere. So I skipped out on forget it. Everyone I talked to, literally 100% of everyone I talked to, they thought con was great, Vegas sucked. And I think even the Twitch staff basically said the same thing because there's currently a rumor that it won't be in Vegas next year and it will be somewhere else. So hopefully, knock on wood and fingers crossed.
But also with gaming related, Steve and I went to the Xbox Mixer. Fantastic time. Had a chance to talk to a lot of great people in the industry as well. I met Cole Carnage for the first time. He was nice. He was very lovely to talk to.
I missed him. I missed him because he was there, and then he's gone by the time I got there. He was just
sitting there. I'm like, can I just say hi to you? He's like, you can say more than that. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So, and then Xbox did a wonderful thing. They took us on the Ferris wheel ride. And then they're like, oh, something's going to happen. And then we're just seeing this bright, glowing ball. They transferred the whole spare. They transferred the whole spare to like an Xbox little demo reel that ran for I would say about an hour because we were the second group because in fact we kept getting pushed back.
We were the last group. They kept pushing us back. We thought that they were they just kept delaying everyone going to because we were told that we're going to do this thing after the party, and we just thought they were delaying the whole time. But no, they were setting up groups throughout the whole time. We were just sort of sitting there and just chilling, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, you're good for like a good 45 minutes." We're like, "Oh, okay, fine." Yeah. But it was cool to see the sphere from and see that Xbox thing, like in this like cool like Ferris wheel thing that also had an open bar in the middle of it too. Really? Yeah, that's Vegas for you. Yeah,
there was a bar in the Ferris wheel. We were like, oh, okay. It's like, anyone want any drinks? I'm like, I'm so tired. I don't want anything right now.
I drank so much water during that part. I had like one glass of wine, and then I was like water the rest of the time.
By the way, that Ferris wheel doesn't stop. Like I was like, Steve, you need help? Let me know, because like it keeps going, and if you miss, you're falling into a net. Like you could,
no,
because I mean, it is slow
like
enough
ski
that
lift.
Kind of, yeah. It's slow enough that you can like It's not like it's going super fast and you have to catch it or you miss it, but it is like you got to pay attention because it's moving and it ain't stopping. So, but the cool thing is actually that night is I actually got to go to the Sphere. So like a few of our friends actually I found out that also was going. So mutual friend Trisha Hirschberger and her husband and Naomi Kyle, fellow Canadian, and her husband was there, and that's also where I got to meet Gary Whitta, which was awesome. Yeah. So and the Sphere is a freaking fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Oh my god, I highly recommend it. If you have an opportunity to be able to go check out the show at the Sphere. Oh my god, so amazingly worth it. You can sit anywhere in that theater and you can be able to like see perfectly. And it's designed to be like the worst seat in the house is the best seat in the house. And it's oh my god, like I can't like showing videos on this would do it justice. I'll have to show you guys in person, because just believe me, it is incredible. And that was definitely the highlight outside of the con. That was Vegas.
Even though even though we started to say at the beginning of this conversation that we're like, Vegas sucks, but like but
there were moments that it was okay.
Really, if you're going to Vegas for Vegas, then like but like for a convention, it's especially for TwitchCon, it was very it was very inconvenient, I would say, and very expensive for no reason. I always remember going to Vegas for like really cheap for like flights and hotels, because like they were like, we'll get you with drinking and gambling. Come stay here as long as you want, you know. But like now they're like just gouging you for everything, and it's kind of, I think like with the blip that happened in the last couple of years, they're kind of trying to like recuperate a lot of their funds from like the last 3 years or something like that. So
did you do any panels, Marcel? I can't remember.
Yeah, I had one panel with talking about the how to run like your own Twitch meetups and everything. That was on Friday, and then I saw a great one with a good friend of ours, Ash said hi. She talked about retro gaming and like the whole retro, be like a retro streamer as well, and like that was a fantastic panel for that. As on top of that, so yeah, overall it was, like I said, the convention was great. It was good seeing people. And I would like to see more gaming stuff. But usually there's like tons and tons of games options you can see at TwitchCon. But
it was definitely less than last year for sure.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's because it was Vegas and like they just needed bigger sponsors, so went with the people who could pay more money versus like all the little guys.
Cars.
Potentially.
Yeah. Big oil.
You know what? I'd just say this. Xbox had a missed opportunity with the amount of car sponsors that were there. They could have done a Forza thing.
Oh, 100%.
That's what I was thinking.
Especially with Ford, because they have a good relationship with Ford as well. So
I kind of saw the Xbox do the Sphere, which sounds like it was cool, and then PlayStation immediately did it after.
They did the day after.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can tell the gamers were in town.
Yeah. I don't know how I'd feel if I were both of them. I feel like it's like, oh, okay, cool. I guess we both did it.
It was neat because like even though we know for a fact that obviously the party was like the Xbox party wasn't like. The whole ad thing wasn't created specifically for the party, but it kind of felt cool as if we were like, oh, we made this special thing for you guys because, you know,
I'm telling myself that. I don't know about you. I've been telling myself that, like, wow, they did this for us. This is amazing.
I would love for that to happen, but yeah.
Isn't it like $500,000 for a day?
Is it really
something ridiculous?
I think it's quite expensive. It's like $500,000,000.
Yeah, they probably made some deal like where they could probably do it because it was only on for like an hour.
Actually, it was on a couple of times. I think it was definitely, I think, for a good couple hours throughout the night. I think. I
wouldn't say like a half day worth. Or something like that.
I think probably about 12 hours because then like shortly after that, that's when I saw like the Spider-Man the next day.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not my money, so I don't know.
Well, apparently for one day it costs 450,000 for one day.
You know what? Microsoft can find that in their couch cushions.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. How many Game Pass subscriptions is that? Okay, we're
yeah, exactly.
We're covered.
Yeah, Satya Nadella could foot that bill, no problem. You wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, like overall, like it was a good time, and I'm just trying to. There was Final Fantasy Rebirth. There was a demo that was going on as well, but that was like an exclusive, like invite only. I didn't. Yeah, so I know that happened.
I didn't know about that. So that's
that happened during TwitchCon as well. Yeah. I have a few friends who are very big Final Fantasy fans, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I saw them trying to demo and everything." So. It was like a little sneak peek to that. So there was gaming stuff, but like I kind of wish they like, hey, are you interested in this? Like, I kind of wish they kind of give like a little heads up, but
yeah. Master Chief was there again.
Yeah, Master Chief was there. He's dancing. So
yeah. Instead of twerking with Megan Thee Stallion, he was twerking on stage, and he showed up at the Food Beast kitchen battle royale that I was in.
Oh yeah, how did yours go? Yeah.
Oh, it was fun because so this year, last year I got invited to be in the kitchen battle royale as a contestant along with friend of the show Khalif Adams from Spawn on Me. We were paired up, and unfortunately we got kicked out the first round. I almost killed Nico. That's a fun story. Basically, it was a big wooden catapult, and it broke, and the pole basically like almost snapped and hit Nico in the head. But so this year they decided to. Well, Khalif unfortunately couldn't be able to make it to TwitchCon this year, so they were like, "Well, why don't we make Steve a judge?" So I was like, "Yeah, okay." And so I got to basically be kind of like half ref, half judge the whole time, and yeah, it was a good time. I got to basically help Master Chief get out of a porta potty. that was how they introduced the host. They were like, "Oh, but bring out the host," and they wheeled out a porta potty, and we had to do this sort of like magic. The judges had to do sort of like this magic trick where we spun the porta potty around. I open up the door. It's Master Chief inside, and he's like he's using the porta potty, and so I had to kind of quickly close the door. We spin it again. He's turned around and he comes out, and now he's the host. So
cute.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. It's on if you want the VOD for that, it's on Twitch's official, like their own Twitch channel, because they streamed it there for that. And it's day 3 is when they had it. So yeah, it was pretty fun. It was cool.
Yeah, so we'll see what Twitch has in store. I hope they also go to like more like conventions like PAX and everything. I hope they start doing that again. But overall, TwitchCon was great. Just Vegas. It ain't for the gamers. So Xbox had their talking about Khalif. I saw him on IGN talking about this with the IGN crew with the Xbox partner preview. Anyone did you guys check it out, or I guess
I watched it. Yep.
What were your thoughts?
Highlights.
You got the highlights? Perfect. So what were your thoughts on Metal Gear? The first time we finally see it running in Delta running in Unreal 5.
Looks cool.
Looks really good.
I'd like to be able to see like actual gameplay instead of just in-game. Like in-game footage is great. Like obviously like that's kind of what you're looking for, and they definitely showed that off for sure. But I'm definitely still waiting for like what the gameplay is going to look like, because I mean, for me personally, just because accessibility reasons, I would love to be able to play that game, because I didn't get a chance to play it the first time. So we'll see. But hey, looks amazing in Unreal 5. Can't wait to see more.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Like they're really doing a good job. I mean, I'm eager to see more of it, as Steve has said, but like the way the animals look and like the sounds coming from them, and then like Snake like shifting through the water, like it looks really cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, but it does look really faithful to the original as well, which is cool.
Yeah. And then of course there was Alan Wake 2. We saw some gameplay. This game looks absolutely nuts. Like I'm still questioning, like, is that a real actor, or is that CGI? Is that the gameplay? It looks fantastic. Like
I can't tell. Anytime there's a new trailer pops up, I don't know. It's like, is this live action or is this the actual game? Because it just looks that good.
It looks really, really good. That is coming out this Friday. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, so many. I can't, like, this Alan Wake, and then we still have Mario, and Modern Warfare is comthis is too much.
Yeah.
It's too much right now. And then there was also Ark Survival as well, which, by the way, I thought, where's Ark 2? Isn't Ark 2 coming out? Like, how is this game coming out?
I was wondering because I'm like, wait, is this the one that has which is the one that has the Vin Diesel? That's what I want.
Ark 2, but then they're busy going back in Ark 1 and like I guess officially completing it as well, like being like, all right, visually
like the
upgrade.
Look so legit. Like the faces, like the raptor, like emerged from the bushes.
Yes,
and I was like, whoa, that looks like Jurassic Park, like real life movie set, like type of vibes. I was like, that's legit looking. Like that's kind of terrifying.
But it looks like this is like the final patch complete edition, which you can actually try it right now. It is coming out on Xbox soon, they said, but it is available right now on PC for you if you want to check it out and see how it looks visually and everything on top of that. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, they were showing some Animal Crossing new mode that you could just bully people and do whatever you want. And if someone tried to take over the town, you could beat them up and like you could make some Tom Nook looking guy if you wanted to, I guess, and fight him. And like this game is
only Yakuza could basically come up with something like that, and it works.
Yeah,
like
it's so wild, like it's so crazy. And then don't forget, there's still a story behind this game. This is just like another mode in this game, but that is coming out on January 26th to kick off the new year. I always like what RGG Studios, especially with the Last Judgment, or the whole Judgment and Last Judgment, like the whole franchise is one of my favorite ones. It's like you play like a detective and everything. So still Weeks the Deep, which is, I guess you're on like this oil ship, and it is a Chinese-based developer, and I thought it was a VR game, but it wasn't a VR game because it looks so real.
It has like a Firewatch kind of vibe of like it seems like it's a walking simulator kind of deal, which I'm like, sure, it's a creepy walking simulator. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe.
Did they said it's going to be if it's VR compatible at all? Because I feel like that game would really translate, at least from the trailer. It looks like it'd be really cool.
It didn't mention anything VR, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is becomes VR related, because you just kept
cool if it would.
You just kept hearing someone yelling at you the whole time, or like making these sounds behind you. I'm like, someone's behind you. Like you gotta keep walking faster. There was also Manor Lords reveal. The medieval city building real time strategy game, and apparently like people will just be like, all right, let's go. You build something and then you fight people right afterwards. They're like, who told you to build that there? And you start fighting people. I don't know. It's a hot town folk mess and everything. Ikaru Will Not Die was also another one that was announced. I'm not gonna lie, this game kind of gave me Hi-Fi Rush vibes. I was like,
oh
yeah, it kind of did. Yeah.
I was like,
oh, is this DLC? And it was
yeah. I'm like, did you just see what Hi-Fi Rush did? And you're like, we could do that too and see if it works, you know. Spirit of the North 2, completely forgot about this game as well. And I guess now you're playing the fox, which by the way, this bird was carrying that fox at one point. That's one strong bird. So that's another one that's coming out later on this year, next year I should say. RoboCop. I don't know if any of you played a RoboCop demo, but it is, if you are a RoboCop fan of like 80s style movies, this is the game for you to try out. There's a demo for you to try out as well. They also kind of fix up like the little stuttering that was in the demo, like I think on the last day. The voice acting, I think even some of the actors and actresses are coming back to like play their roles in this game as well.
As long as Peter Weller's back as RoboCop, that's all I care about, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like which version, like the old RoboCop or like the newer RoboCop.
With the Michael Keaton version.
Yeah.
No, for the very, very first one where everyone's on nuke and he's like, I'm RoboCop for justice, and if you listen to me, and it just shoots and just blows off someone's head or something.
Yeah, this game looks very much like a very like big blockbuster AA, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah, it is. I must say, I had a lot of fun playing the demo. If you have a chance to check it out, I think the demo's still around. Let me check it out. If not, it comes out November 2nd, so
pretty soon.
Add it to your list right there. And then there was another one called Dungeons of Hinterberg.
Yep. I got a preview of that in LA actually.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say I glanced over that because I think I was grabbing something. But if you have any more you want to talk about that, Riley?
It looks neat visually. It's really impressive. The gameplay seems pretty like basic on a platforming level, but it has some cool puzzle solving elements and stuff like that. And as you progress, you kind of like build up relationships with people in the town, and it grows. So it's like the idea behind it's kind of cool, and I believe that's on Game Pass.
Perfect. And then finally, the finals. Open beta is coming out. I think the open beta is just for Xbox. I don't know if it's coming for PC. But it's just like another like your set team, last team wins shooter type of game. I heard good things about it when it came out on PC a couple months ago, and I think the kicks off actually today on the 26th. Now that I'm seeing it, it's set the beta, the closed beta is set for today. So if you want to go check that out, definitely try to check it out. Hopefully you get access to it as well. It's supposed to be a free to play game on top of that. So
game looks cool. Hated the trailer.
Yes,
it was
very
way
flashy.
Too many flashy. Like,
I remember you mentioning that. Yeah.
Oh, like I'm not prone to seizures, at least as far as I know, because that can happen at any given point for people. But it was hurting my eyes watching that, and it's. But the good thing is I can be able to confirm that Xbox did reach out and ask, like, hey, was there anything we can be able to do to kind of make that a little bit easier for future? And so hopefully they'll start adding like content warnings just in case if there's anything like that. Because I mean, it's not Xbox's fault. It's really just the developers, because consistently throughout every trailer that they put out of the finals, it looks pretty much exactly like that very flashy kind of style. And someone basically never told them about seizure warnings, I guess, because there ain't none.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, actually. But yeah, and that was pretty much everything that was announced. I don't know, people were expecting GTA 6 for some reason. I don't know why people were expecting that. They literally told you.
Yeah, there was a rumor for like months now that they were announcing it on that date. Rockstar, like, they don't need a third party to help them.
No, they don't.
No.
Like, they announce that on their own accord. It'll be their own thing when it's time.
They don't even need GTA 6 at this point. GTA 5 is still making money.
Rockstar doesn't need Xbox, but Xbox would need Rockstar. So I think that if they paid a lot of money, they probably could have. But it really comes down to that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was. I think the whole partner preview format was a cool idea. Gives us something to, like in between, like big huge like showcases and announcements and stuff like that. I think I think I would love to be able to see more of that in the future, along with their like developer directs and showcases. I think it's cool. But I heard a few rumors, but I was like, nah, you know what? I'm just for a 20-30 minute thing, and they and the biggest one was Alan Wake 2. It's like, I didn't think that they were gonna have like any super big huge surprises.
I was kind of hoping that they would have Killer Instinct's anniversary update, because that was announced, and that's being done by Iron Galaxy, I believe, who's a partner. So I was like, oh, maybe that'll show up here. That's supposed to be out by the end of the year, but it did not. So I think to your point, Steve, I think it was like, I like the flow of a presentation like that. It felt kind of like it was a good setup for, these games are also coming to Xbox. Buy them here. Yeah. But it was kind of like this showcase probably didn't need to exist in its form. Maybe it's a nice demo for them, but they didn't really show anything that was like blown away by or I was surprised by or anything like that. Like, it was pretty cut and paste for me.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like it's something that wasn't needed. I mean, it was good that it came out and everything.
Yeah, sure.
I kind of wish they kind of announced that Alan Wake controller, the Xbox Elite controller. Yeah. Be like, hey, if you are picking it up, here you go.
Design lab, right?
That's Design Labs,
okay.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's not like a real license.
It's not a custom, license. Yeah.
I love to say that Elite controller looks really nice, by the way.
Killing Floor 3, is that an Xbox exclusive?
No? I don't know.
Probably not.
Not sure.
But I'm kind of surprised if it is, that wasn't there. But I guess it should be coming out sometime next year. So maybe the next thing.
Yeah.
But also, you know, hey, like another big Xbox news that was talked about, that was released today, some like leadership change ups. Sarah Bond is now the president of Xbox underneath Phil Spencer, and then Matt Booty is basically in charge of ZeniMax, Bethesda, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So he's basically in charge of kind of like the liaison between Xbox and Bethesda. For like, it's still its own entity, but now Matt Booty's in charge. But yeah, now Sarah's in charge of Xbox as a platform for both hardware and software. So, and yeah, she's now officially a president of Xbox.
Who was the previous president? I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was just Phil for some reason. Like Phil,
no, Phil is Microsoft Gaming.
He's the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Okay. So I guess that technically was formerly his job, was president of Xbox, but they've changed that. So, but yeah.
Well, congratulations to Sarah. She's absolutely wonderful. So
she's great.
Sarah's great.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was just looking. I'm like, wait, why is Phil trending? And I looked. I'm like, oh, okay, because of Sarah. Okay.
He didn't go anywhere. He's still the boss.
No, don't still leave us, Phil, please. I can't handle any more people leaving. Just being like, I'm gone. I'm done now. I'm too old for this.
I think it was The Verge or something, or maybe Tech Radar or something that had like a new kind of like org chart that they posted of like who's really kind of on what team, and so. Basically Phil's still the head of everything, and then everything else kind of falls in line. But I think it did see something as well that I think it was like half of the Xbox's leadership is also women now. Once like Bobby Kotick leaves, and so I'm like that. I'm all for. That's great.
Yeah, Sammy just posted a picture.
Look at
that.
That's pretty dope.
Matt Booty, president. Okay.
And I'm sure we kind of already know who will replace Bobby Kotick, right? Once he steps down. What's his name?
Riley Little. That's his name.
It's me, yeah. A reveal. Yeah. No, he. Why can't I remember his name? He came from Xbox over to Activision. Like.
Rod Ferguson?
No, not Rod Ferguson. It was. Why can't I remember his name? I'm gonna do some looking. You guys keep
there is a guy that's
Mike
sort
Ybarra.
of
Mike Ybarra.
I think he's definitely
I think he's president of Blizzard.
President of Blizzard, yeah.
He already knows how the Xbox stuff works because I think he had Matt Booty's job.
True.
Okay.
So, I mean, then Rod Ferguson would be a good one. I think Rob Kostic or whatever, like sounds similar to Bobby Kotick, but still in that leader position at Activision. I think he would be a good pull in for sure.
Good Dave McCarthy being up there. Good old Canadian.
Ferguson's an interesting one. He's more of a Todd though, right? Like he's in the trenches making it.
True, but I mean, like, it's not that he never had any love lost when he left Xbox. So it's like he's constantly always saying like
I just think it's like a different. I think it's just a bit different, just in terms of like being the president.
You think he wants to make games, not be an executive for games?
Maybe. I'm sure he'd take the paycheck. So
yeah, probably.
I wonder if there'd be enough of a shakeup at leadership for Blizzard that Jeff Kaplan would consider coming back to Overwatch. I feel like probably not.
What's he doing now?
Nothing. He's just retired off of his Overwatch.
Probably still sitting on that chair with a Christmas log behind him. He's probably still sitting on that studio.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. But those who are getting into gaming is now Apple might be this might be a little rumor of a new Mac coming out for gaming especially with the new chip. They sneakily added like, hey, we're gonna have an event on the 30th, and like, you know, I'm like, wait, what?
Scary fast, right?
Scary fast.
They always do that whenever Apple announces an event. It's always like within a couple of days. So it's like that's just their normal MO. What is different is that they basically like this is about a month or so after their big huge fall event, which is usually when they announce new iPhones. Yeah. So
I was pretty surprised by that.
Yeah. So this is weird that it's like a big, and because normally even just like hardware updates usually happen in October from Apple, but it's usually like a blog post or like it's just kind of quietly announced of like, oh yeah, now we got new iPads or whatever. So the fact that it's like a big event this time around, it's like, oh, okay, this must be something more.
So do you think we're going to be seeing some like gaming-esque like iMacs coming out then?
I don't think gaming Mac specifically, because like anything that's like, okay, now this is like you know how we have gaming PCs,
Gamer
like
Mac.
a gamer Mac.
Gamer Mac.
Because
that's perfect. I like it.
Yeah,
iGamer.
Because the thing is that their M chips are actually very powerful graphics cards like built into it. Like there's a big CPU and GPU built into those M chips that are like blow away pretty much, like at least on the content creation side. Like my MacBook Pro M2 chip, or isn't it? No, M1 chip blows away pretty much my gaming or my editing PC that I've had for a couple years now. Like it is by far like so amazingly well done, and the fact they're able to get that much power in a chip that basically is for a laptop, like if they could be able to make something like a true dedicated Apple GPU, poof, yeah. that could literally start like I would say NVIDIA and MDE better kind of like start sweating a little bit.
I'd assume we'll see some games coming to Mac at this event then, right?
Yeah.
Because we already know
that's what they need though.
On iPhone, Resident Evils are coming. I'm kind of curious. Like I'd almost expect like a big partnership.
I would hope so, yeah. Because they've been making some big moves over the past few events. You know, they had like Kojima announcing that they like Death Stranding was coming to Mac, and that's a big get in and of itself. Like obviously they've been in like love with Resident Evil for the past couple years with Resident Evil Village. That's always a constant showcase for Macs. And then recently obviously with it coming to iPhone 15 Pros, including like AC Mirage as well. I would say potentially, this is my prediction, it'd be really cool if they could if they would announce that Xbox Game Pass is coming to Mac.
I was wondering about that as well, actually, because that will, especially if you could get Xbox
Mac
Game Pass
and iPhone.
Yeah, but either that or Ubisoft Plus. Because Ubisoft and Apple has had a pretty good relationship.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to be Ubisoft Plus. My thing is just like there's not going to be enough fans.
Yeah, it's like I mean Amazon even got that right, so that seems like an easy one. But what about like PlayStation? Like they're opening their streaming stuff now. Like a partnership there would be pretty interesting.
I don't know.
No,
potentially. I mean, there's obviously anything could happen. But I think for this event. No, I think they would. I think you're right, Riley. I think a big announcement of a big partnership seems more on the table than and I don't think it would be PlayStation. I think it'd be something that because the thing is PlayStation doesn't really have anything that would warrant would basically make sense for the Mac. Sure, they've been porting games to PC, but they haven't shown any interest in Apple at all. And that whereas Xbox, they're willing to work with anybody pretty much at this point just to get Game Pass out there. And Ubisoft, they also love working with everybody. Yeah. Like they pretty much they'll launch on any platform that they could be able to make games for. Like
I'm telling you, they're probably still on Stadia as far as we know. It's
almost like if there's any new gaming service that kind of pops up, I'm almost expecting Ubisoft to be like, and Assassin's Creed is going to be on this. Yeah. Like they always are on those things. But
the reason why I was going to say I can see Xbox being they work some partnership with Xbox is because I can see Game Pass being added on to Apple TV as well.
Yeah, Apple, that was made me initially thought of it because of Apple Arcade.
Happen. Yeah, that's given Xbox's goals, they need to be on mobile devices proper and Mac devices proper. So
or potentially EA Play, which could lead to an Xbox Game Pass.
And
that's another good one.
And then Disney will buy EA, and then Apple will buy Disney, and then there you go. They just gobble them all up. It all makes sense. Yep. There you go.
It all makes sense.
One fish eats another fish, So
yeah, and it could, actually now I'm thinking about it even more. They could line up because they did just announce that there is going to be a price increase for. I think for Apple Arcade, or at least across the board, all Apple services. So it wouldn't surprise me that that was kind of also a hey, we're also going to have a proper Apple partnership with Xbox or Ubisoft, whichever.
Did the rumors say if it would be for? They just said high performance. So is it for the iMac or is it for a MacBook Pro?
Well, the Mac Pro is soon to be either it's out or it's soon to be out. The Mac Studio is kind of like the next step down from that. But that's kind of more geared towards content creators. So it would either be yes, like a new refresh for MacBooks with an M3 chip, or potentially a new iMac, which like iMacs are kind of always been kind of pushed towards more the consumer than necessarily high end. So I would say probably maybe a MacBook Pro, that kind of like range. So yeah, the process of elimination just based on, past Apple stuff. But, Apple can always surprise us, like, releasing stuff on iPhone 15 Pros.
When do they announce Apple TVs? Isn't it right around like with the iMacs as well? Or
it depends. Sometimes it's usually like sometimes it's just like a quick, hey, here's a few MacBook updates. Here's either an iPad update, and they sometimes kind of push it all. And usually Apple TVs are kind of like the first few announcements that they'll make whenever they do any new hardware, being like, oh, and we got a new Apple TV, and then it's a quick few features of what it's going to have. But they haven't really done like a full on, like, here's a complete refresh of the Apple TVs. It's always just an upgrade of whatever the previous one was. But it just depends on kind of like when they sort of lump it in with everything else.
Yeah. Well, we'll see on Monday, because that's when it's Monday, right? Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see on Monday what they have to announce. It could just be, you get new battery and 2 extra sticks of RAM. So who knows? So.
And hopefully it's not like the iPhone 15 where it's overheating because it can't take all of this new performance.
Yeah, because they didn't make it breathable. Like, what were you doing? Like, here's ray tracing. Like, do you know how much power ray tracing takes? And they're like, your phone breathe? No, but it's the quietest iPhone ever.
Maybe that's why that Assassin's Creed is delayed until next year, until they can be able to figure that out.
Right. I think the Resident Evil one comes out. I think it's out, or is it coming out soon? So, but like, soon you won't be able to bring iPhones on the airplane. It's gonna blow up, So
we'll see.
Yeah. So
I'm glad I'm sticking with I'll stick with my iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Me too.
I'll keep my 12. I don't need no ray tracing phones. So. Games that come out this week is Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. I thought that did come out already. These are 24th. Moria. I'm not a Lord of the Rings person.
Come on, man.
I'm not. Yeah, that's for you. I leave that for you.
We need to change that.
No, we don't. That's fine. I'm not spending 10 hours watching all the movies. I don't have enough time. So
yeah, just skip the Hobbits. Just watch the main 3 and you're good.
That is skipping with the Hobbit. That's 10 hours though, isn't it?
Well, listen, don't watch.
If you watch extended versions,
yeah.
What are you talking? I'm pretty sure all 3 director's cut is 10 hours.
Yeah, well, you don't have to watch the director's cut. Just watch the theatrical cut.
I don't have to watch
less than 3 hours each.
I don't have to watch any of them. That could also work out as well, So, Listen, I accidentally watched, what's that silly movie? Twilight. It was on TV. I'm like, let me just see 2 minutes of
this. How do you
and
accidentally watch that?
How do you
stumble into Twilight and go, all right?
I was flipping
through
the channels.
Into Twilight, and then you
walk away.
Poo-poo Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, I'm poo-pooing Twilight as well. Okay.
Okay.
Twilight was absolute garbage. Just like, I love you, but I can't. I hate you. I want to eat you, but I can't either. I'm like, what is going on in this movie? I'm like, and he started glowing for no reason. Anyway, what a dumb movie. City Skylines 2 is also out as well. Just Dance 2024. I am picking up Just Dance 2024, and the reason why I'm picking up is because Steve and our good friend Little Siha is a coach in the game, so I want to pick it up.
Damn time.
About damn time, Ubisoft. Thank you so much for finally doing it. I'm gonna pick up a copy so she can sign it, and then I'll never open up the disc. I'll just be like, just sign it for me. That's it. So.
Oh, actually, I should remember that. Yeah, I should remember to do that.
We got time.
We got
time. Metal Gear Solid Master Collections Volume 1 is also out as well. Apparently the Switch version only has a couple of games on it, so I don't know why you're even picking up the collector's edition.
You have to download it.
You have to download the rest.
Yeah.
Which still comes with it, but just on the cartridge, it's only like 3.
But then you will never have the complete edition. You just have 3 games, and
that's the problem with going
in your heart
only, right?
In my heart, I'd be like, yeah, that's right.
Or also, it just goes to show like how little the cartridge can actually be able to hold on the Switch.
Yeah,
so.
There's bigger cartridges they're gonna put that on. Come on.
They definitely
just want
want the lower end cartridge, but yes,
which is what the lowest is 8, right? I think, or
I think so.
Yeah. So thinking about the third.
They got the first game, the second game, and then I think like one of the
first
NES games.
The first scene from the third
NES
game.
The first.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. If they can cram all of the Tears of the Kingdom into a cartridge, I think Konami, step it up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's it's unfortunate when they do that because for preservation reasons, it's important that it's all on the disc. Like I see stuff like Spider-Man 2 coming out. I'm like, this is incredible. This is great. Until Sony doesn't have the license anymore, and then then it gets pulled, and then you can't play it anymore, which sucks. So it's like get those physical games, those licensed physical games if you can, because they're not going to be around forever.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what they pulled from the second collections. Maybe it'll just be the download code because it's the bigger games for the next one, right? So we'll see. And Ghost Runner 2 is coming out as well today, and Minico's Night Market is also another one that's coming out today. And like I mentioned, next week is RoboCop on November 2nd, and Alan Wake is today. How can I forget about Alan Wake? Alan Wake is also coming out today as well. Here's your Call of Duty reminder. You have until the 31st to finish season 6 to get your spawn. So get your spawn as well.
Is that the haunt, or is that the whole season?
Just as season 6 ends on the 31st.
Oh no, that'd be brutal.
So we all know what
Riley's doing. I only got 40% of the way. Oh no,
you better get on that.
I don't know if I can do it now.
What are you doing? What are you doing here? You should be playing Call of Duty.
That's so cool. It's Call of Duty, like they have so many like cool crossovers now. They got Skeletor in there.
Yeah.
They have Lilith from Diablo, Ash from Evil Dead.
Did they just announce Anarias, I think, as well? From Diablo?
He's in there now too. Yeah, he's in there. There's like a Doom Tracer pack, so you get the original Doom shotgun and chainsaw. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on in there. And now with the Xbox acquisition, I hope they add some more Microsoft characters. Like Master Chief would be perfect for it. Doom Guy, Marcus Phoenix, get them all in there.
Hopefully soon enough.
Did you guys hear about the rumor that there's like Little Caesar skins coming out? There was like
pizza,
really?
Like they're gonna have like a pizza soldier.
What?
Yeah,
really?
like Little Caesars. Yeah, I don't know if it's like 100% true, but I think like yesterday is when that got leaked. But I don't know if it's like 100%
I'm Googling
official.
that right now.
That'd be hilarious if they did, because my God, that'd be
Modern
awesome.
Warfare 2 or 3?
3.
Yeah, probably.
Little Caesars modern.
Yeah, Little Caesars leak. They were like,
yeah, GameSpot actually they have an article about it. There's a couple circulating right now. There's a picture here. I'll post a picture in the chat too.
Modern Warfare 3 will allow you to be hot and ready.
No way.
My God. Okay.
What?
See, I thought this was going to be like an actual, like, the Little Caesars gnome kind of thing, or
the
with
pizza cutter on it.
The pizza. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. I didn't even see the pizza cutter. Is that the knife that you get? Is the pizza cutter?
Oh, maybe like the melee weapon.
It kind of does look like it. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Accessible for such use.
Yeah. True. Just give it a spin and a stab.
I hope it's true. Caesars. That'd be fun.
That'd be hilarious.
Outstanding. Terminator also comes out, so we see 2 robots fighting each other as well. Terminator Resistance. Completely forgot about that. And I also want to give a shout out to for Arena Breakout by Tarkov. That one I saw that at PAX. That was nothing at TwitchCon. And actually it's pretty much like Siege in a way, but Tarkov world. So. And I think that's all for gaming that's coming out related. So, the Foglands for Oculus. I forgot about that. And that was a PlayStation 5 thing. So if you're one of the few that has a PlayStation VR, pick up Foglands.
Hooray!
Hooray! Yes, yeah. Sammy, what's going on for you for the rest of the week?
I'm doing a Death Eater cosplay tomorrow, I think. So I'm going to take some photos of that, maybe Bellatrix, or I'm just going to make my own character and streaming some more. And that's about it for me this week. So yeah, I'm on at Peter's Pants everywhere on social media.
Should I ask what is a Death Eater?
What Harry Potter?
It's a Harry Potter thing, dude.
I'm gonna tie you to a chair.
In this industry, you don't watch any nerdy stuff.
You have to watch now Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. We're gonna add Twilight to the list just for torture.
No, I watched Harry Potter 1 as a charity incentive, and that's all.
Wait, hold on. Aren't you coming to Universal at the game when we're at the Game Awards this year?
Yeah. And
you're not gonna want to like.
I'll just close my eyes. I'll be like, where? What's going on?
It's Harry Potter world. Like we're gonna go to Hogwarts, you dummy.
Have you watched Star Wars? I watched Star Wars.
Okay,
which one?
Yeah, which?
I don't think we have time for this. Steve, what's going on this week?
You watched Solo, and that's it.
Jar Jar
I didn't watch Solo. I didn't watch Rogue One. I watched the original trilogy, which is now 7, 8, 9.
Okay, boy, am I glad we didn't hang out when I met Gary Whitta then, because my God.
I did watch the new first one, and I think that's where I was like, I had enough of this. And then I just I got distracted.
I'm really thrown by you and your choices.
What?
I'm
aware. I'm aware of them. I just don't have time to watch them.
Make the time.
Watch a freaking video on YouTube just so you know like the pop culture references.
I didn't know Death either. There's so many Death Eaters out there. I'm pretty sure.
It's a Harry Potter thing.
It's basically,
I do that, and I've only watched the movies at least once.
I know who Voldemort is. Yes,
it's his followers. So it's basically
is he the one with like no nose?
Like the Dementors,
I don't know how does he even breathe with those small nostrils.
Dementors are different.
Dementors are a little
different.
How does he even breathe with those small nostrils? That's what I want to know. That's right.
Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just breathe. You know, that's why he keeps his mouth open. Because that's how he breathes.
You know what? I've never.
Oh boy, who lived?
That's why I couldn't catch on to it. There's a bunch of mouth breathers. I'm like, I can't. They're too loud. I can't deal with this. I'm out.
Don't make that as an excuse.
Thank you very
gotta
much.
watch him, dude.
You know what? I'm never
Potter.
asking Sammy what she's doing this week ever again. That's insane. You started this. Steve, we'll try Steve. Steve, what are you doing this week? Is it Harry Potter related?
I'm gonna go have a Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings marathon. Is what I'm gonna do. Do it right.
Watch it for me. Thank you.
Sure. No, I'm gonna force you to sit down and watch them.
Watch it for me.
Gaming and content related. I'm working on some stuff for my Patreon. Patreon.com/Steve Saylor. Working on some stuff for that, and some potentially maybe some TTRPG stuff. Might be working on a little bit, so we'll see about that. So yeah, because now the review season is over. I mean, other than like, I think I still have to do an Alan Wake 2 review. I'll have to wait till after launch because that's when I'll get the code. But that'll be coming up probably the next week or two if I can make it. But otherwise, just stay tuned to my Patreon for stuff.
Cool. Yeah, soon we're getting close to the conversation of what should be on Game of the Year, and that is going to be one hell of a conversation.
Be a fun episode.
That's going to be. If you think Harry Potter started something, wait until that conversation starts up.
I don't think it'd be an episode. It needs to be a live stream. I think it'll be too long.
A live stream.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe
how do we do it?
We should be in studio.
I have an idea, but we'll talk offline about how we can do it.
Yeah. Perfect. Riley, what are you doing this week?
I'm actually gearing up for Black Friday. So there's a lot of stuff happening for Black Friday, a lot of cool deals coming up. And I'm looking forward to being able to talk about that, but my NDA won't allow me to right now. So a lot of cool stuff though. It's going to be a big Black Friday.
Are you going to have some exclusive links for our and discounted codes for our listeners out for Walmart?
No. But I look forward to being able to talk about everything. Yeah.
Awesome. For me, I am just trying to catch up with everything. I started playing Mario Wonder. I just finished a great indie game based out of Toronto, a visual novel called Slay the Princess, which is a really great game. If you can spare 3 hours out of your hectic gaming life, 3 to 4 hours, you will definitely like this game. the choices you make is very interesting, and it's really well made, and it's made by two people, and I think they both live in Toronto as well. So huge shout out.
Kind of Lord of the Rings-esque, that one, right?
No, not at all. Not at all, actually. I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. There was
you wouldn't know.
What would I know? How would I know? I have no idea. Alan Wake 2 is also another one where I'll be checking out this week. On top of that, I still to play Sonic Superstars as well. Just I have a lot of catching up to do. So that's why I don't have time for Harry Potter and everything. So sorry, Harry Potter. But maybe in December I'll check him out. Who knows? Yeah,
it's not a bad Christmas movie, to be honest. So
that's fair.
True.
Like the first three, especially, are very Christmassy.
But I already saw I saw the first one, so I don't need to see them again.
Listen,
what
I could literally recite to you line for line the first movie, especially. I will. If you don't watch it, I will recite it to you.
Well, then I'll have to watch it. That's fine. I'll just.
There you go.
Put you on low volume. Put it on 1%.
Sammy is like the nicest person ever. I've never seen her angry like she is right now.
You should have seen her on the ride up to Montreal. I barely made it.
Yeah.
I barely made it on my way up to Montreal. And the way back as well. Oh my god. I don't know. Sammy's a gem. So, and she is the rock star for Palea. So go download Palea right now to support Sammy.
I am Gina. There we go.
There you go.
Pay me, Talia, please.
Talia, please.
And everyone, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.